Okay, so this is part two of I believe it's lab 6, doing the drawing the steel beam. The assignment calls for a one design model with 3 levels in it. It calls for creating a sheet model on which we can place the design and plot it out. Okay, and it's an ANSI A, which is 8.5 by 11. So let's get busy here. The first thing we want to do is change the design file settings. I use the standard seed file, so we need to change the units to inches, and we'll just use we'll actually use 1/16 of an inch. Okay. Let's create the levels right now. That way it'll be done. So this will be the working level. This is the working level right here. Okay, and we're going to create a new one called dimensions. And let's use red for that color, and another one for steel. That'll be white, and let's have the working level be green. Okay, and so that's it. So, and then we want to create a sheet model as well. So we're going to do a sheet from seed. We'll call this I don't know, drawing. And we don't know what the scale is yet. We can take care of that later. Okay, so there's the sheet model, and let's fit view so we have it there. Actually, I forgot to look to see what the size was. Let us create. It looks okay though. Actually, it looks like the right size. I forgot. You're supposed to check to see if it's an ANSI A. I believe that it is, so we're good. Okay, so let's go back to the drawing model. All right, and we'll start drawing. First of all, let's make sure that we're on the working layer, which we are. Okay. And we want to draw a box that will encompass that T shape. Okay, and the box is 44 inches high, and the width of the flange is 15 3/4. So it's 44. 15 space 3/4. Left click and work. That's good. Okay, so now let's zoom in there. And now we're going to create the top flange. So the first thing we want to do, well, let's see, the thickness of the flange is 1 3/4 inches. So we'll come up here, and we want this 1 3/4 inches down from here. So let's shift click or tentative snap O for origin, and let's come down here 1 3/4. And we're going to come over here orthogonally and snap to the other side, and that's it. Okay, and let's do the same. Let's copy this. I don't know if it's as easy. Well, we have to do math to copy it. Forget it. We don't want to do that. What the heck happened there? I don't know. All right, let's just do the same thing. Draw a line down here. We'll tentative snap origin and come up here 1 3/4, and again orthogonal and snap over here. And now we want to do the web, Okay, and so we'll draw the center line of the web is right here from this midpoint down to this midpoint. And what we're going to do here is, oops, you know what I should have done? Hold on, let's make it easy on ourselves here. Let's go from the midpoint of this line down to the midpoint of that line. And now let's just copy this. I think we can just copy this. Should be able to do that. And we're going to copy it over. Let's see, 1/2 of the web width, which is 1 inch. So we're going to go over 1/2 of an inch this way. 0 space 1/2, and then over on this direction 1 inch. And we can actually get rid of that center line. We don't need it anymore. Okay, and I believe that's all we really need. So now let's go to the, let's make the steel layer active. And we'll start drawing a smart line. Now we're only going to do half of this and then mirror it around the vertical. And now there's a radius right here, right in that little corner right there, whose dimension is the K value minus the flange thickness. In our case, that's 13/16 of an inch. So let's keep that in mind. All right, so let's draw this smart line from here over to here. We have to try to, oh, there we go. And now we want to make that rounded, and we want the radius to be 13/16. Notice how that happened. Okay, and we're going to come down here, and it's still rounded. Now this one we're going to change back to vertex and back to the center point. Right click. Okay. Now let's mirror this and make a copy around the vertical. And just do this. Oh, actually, let's choose this point. There we are. There it is. Okay. So now let's go to the dimensions layer, make it active, and do some dimensions. Now, I didn't create any styles or anything for the dimensions. We could have some styles here, define some styles if we wanted to. Now the height is 9 inches. We don't want that, right? So let's make it a 1/4 of an inch. 0 1/4. Oops, what did I do? 0, oops, 0 1/4. I don't know what's going on with this. Let's try it over here. 0 1/4. That worked. 0 1/4. I don't know why it wasn't working in there. Okay, but this is good. So that's the that's the text anyway. We don't need. We're not interested in that. So we're going to do the dimensions. So the dimension from here to here is probably way too small. So let's get rid of that and try that again. What is this size? Let's see, the text size is is, where is the text size? Oh, the height and the width. It's 44 inches, so the quarter of an inch was way too small. So let's make it 1 inch. See how that looks. Okay. And we'll go up from here. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay. And let's say from here to here. What did I do? Oh, there we go. Okay. And pan out just a little bit and come back here and do the web. All right, and then of course the thick or the flange width. All right, so we're good there. All right, now what I want to do is turn off this layer here, and so we only have the dimensions and the drawing. And now let's create our sheet. So we'll come over here, and we're going to reference. We're going to reference in, the very first thing we're going to reference in is my title block. You may remember that from the previous video. So I'm going to bring that in just like this. I'm going to turn this off. This thing off creates problems. Now I can't ever see it, so it's kind of an odd thing. So I'm going to, now I need to move that. Remember, I can't move it using the regular tools. I have to use the this other tool. Uh-oh. All right, so see, this sheet was goofy. All right, so let's get rid of that. We'll just take that and get rid of it. Hold on. I don't want to clip the reference. What do I want to do to it? Oh, I want to just get rid of it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is create another sheet model. And we'll call it sheet 2. And instead of this goofy size, we'll use ANSI A, which is what I should have done in the first place. And now we can attach that my title block. And if we go all the way, there it is. So now we can move that into the drawing like that, roughly, and zoom in. All right, now we're going to attach this drawing, the drawing that we're in. We're going to attach the model. Okay. And that's it. Now let's take a look at that. Ooh, look at that, how big that is. Of course, this is 44 inches. This is only 8.5 inches. So we need to scale this down. So I have within here, I have about a 7 or 8 inch square area in which I need to place this. So that's about 1/6 or 1/7. So I think to get right to the edge, so I think probably 1 inch equals 10 will do it. All right, so let's go to here and change this scale to 1 to 10. And that makes it a lot better. Look at that. That's much better. And zoom. There we go. That's very nice. We can move that around, obviously, if you want to. We can also let's check the settings here for this. See, this goes back to meters for some reason. We want inches. and we'll do some text. So drawn by Spring, for example. All right, and so on. You could continue with that, but we're done with this. Actually, I should probably move this title block. I should probably move it just a bit because it's not right on the sheet there. There we go. And now we can just print it. Now we don't really, when we're using a sheet, we don't need to do a fence if we're printing the whole sheet. Hold on, now it's thinking here. Come on now, there we go. See, I can use this sheet area and it gets the whole thing, right? And now I'm going to do Bentley driver. I'm going to print to a file, and I want to use, I don't know, ibeam.pdf, and I'm going to put it in my documents and save. There we go. So now if I go into my documents, and I can open that up as a PDF file.